News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
A perfect storm has forecasters and firefighters worried. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Tuesday, June 23rd, 2015. We have overcast skies at 53 degrees in Missoula right now. The newscast this morning sponsored by AB Technology Solutions. Offering backup and disaster recovery, remote support, and monitoring. Check them out online at abtechnologysolutions.com. Our top story this morning, the perfect storm of near-record high temperatures will clash with record low rainfall and stream flows later this week, and forecasters are worried. Chief hydrologist with the National Weather Service office in Missoula, Ray Nicholas, said Monday that unseasonably hot temperatures will be arriving by the weekend.
We just didn't have much in the way of snowpack, and then that was compounded by just not getting any rain here in our rainy months.
Nicholas said the long-range outlook does not bode well for the area.
We better hope that we don't continue with this heat wave, but right now it's not looking real great. Yeah, we're not seeing any relief in sight. It's just hot all the way through the 4th of July.
In a related story, officials with the Missoula County Fire Protection Association have raised the fire danger level from high to very high as of yesterday. Secretary-Treasurer Chris Johnson, who works for the Lolo National Forest, told KGVO News why the fire danger was raised so early in the week.
All of our indices are about 30 days ahead of our normal fire season. The indices that we're most concerned with are how dry the fuels are. And just this morning, we decided that as the Missoula County Fire Protection Association group, that all the wildfire agencies in Missoula County were going to switch to very high.
Johnson said the fuels are very dry, but with just one saving grace.
The fuels out there are just real dry, and really the only thing that's keeping the small fires small right now is the green grass under the forest canopy. Anywhere there's cured grass right now, a fire can get away from someone real fast. So that's why we made the move this morning to very high.
Public relations specialist with the DNRC, Jordan Copen, said fires can start almost anywhere at any time.
Just the other day we had a lawnmower fire. You got to be careful when you're out lawn mowing to watch out for rocks. We have a One Less Spark campaign running right now, and we're just trying to get people to realize that, all it takes is one spark, and we got a fire out of control.
Copen said a mountain snowpack is practically non-existent and that western Montana residents are being asked to be extremely cautious with campfires, to make sure the ashes are cold to the touch before leaving a campsite and never to leave a campfire unattended. U.S. government auditors are expanding their review of federal disaster aid and mismanagement by the Chippewa Cree tribe to include all $31.5 million awarded after flooding damaged the Rocky Boys Reservation 5 years ago. The Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General's office audited one flood-related project for fraud and waste. That's the demolition of the reservation's flood-damaged health clinic. The auditors recommended in a report this month that FEMA deny the Montana tribe's $3.9 million claim. The auditors say they will now examine all $31.5 million awarded to the tribe that year. They recommended FEMA label the tribe high risk, meaning future grants would be subject to strict conditions. Confederate at Salish and Kootenai fire management teams responded to a 1-acre blaze early Sunday night at Findlay Point in Lake County. According to fire prevention specialist C.T. Camel, a helicopter was still dumping water on hot spots yesterday.
It's under investigation now. We had an investigator out there trying to determine what it was started from. Just an acre in size, no houses. It's right alongside an orchard, cherry orchard.
Although it's unclear what caused the fire, Camel says he knows the cause of the vast majority of fires that CSKT crews have had to battle this year.
We are at 26 human-caused fires. We've only had one lightning fire.
According to Missoula County Fire Protection Agency spokesman Chris Johnson, 25 out of 29 fires that Missoula agencies responded to were also human-caused. A federal appeals court has decided the U.S. Forest Service failed to thoroughly analyze or publicize the impact of snowmobiles on wildlife in Montana's Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court on Monday ruled that the Forest Service skirted multiple environmental and public disclosure laws. 5 years ago in the Forest Plan, it reversed a lower judge's decision, dismissing a lawsuit against the Forest Service snowmobile use plan. The court sided largely with the three environmental groups that brought the complaint: Wild Earth Guardians, Friends of the Bitterroot, and Montanans for Quiet Recreation. Circuit Judge Richard Paez writes that although the plan decreased snowmobile access to about 2 million acres, it did not necessarily curb the impacts of the increasingly popular support. There was No comment from the Forest Service. A Burlington Northern locomotive caught fire Sunday and shut down rail traffic near Columbia Falls. Columbia Falls Fire Chief Rick Hagan said his team responded to the blaze at about 2 p.m.
They had a lead locomotive on a freight train, had a fire in the engine compartment. The engine crew dispensed all of their extinguishers they had on hand and couldn't quite get it out, so they called 911 and we were dispatched.
The fire was apparently sparked by a mechanical failure that ended up causing what Hagan described as, quote, catastrophic engine failure, end quote.
This was the lead engine. There was another engine behind that. That's a BN main line through there. They had to shut down all other trains. Once we made sure that happened, we could pull our line across the track, and it didn't take long to get it out once we got water on it.
The fire crew was able to keep the blaze contained to the engine. No one was injured. A judicial conduct committee is asking a federal court to throw out a lawsuit filed by 2 journalists seeking the release of racist emails from Montana's former chief U.S. district judge. The U.S. Committee on Judicial Conduct and Disability determined in findings published last year that Judge Richard Siebel sent hundreds of inappropriate messages from his court account. The committee's attorneys say results of its investigation, including the emails, are exempt from public disclosure. They asked U.S. District Judge Yvonne Gonzalez on Friday to dismiss the lawsuit filed in March by former Great Falls Tribune reporter John Adams and Shane Castle with Big Sky Investigative Reporting. The keeper of the emails, 9th U.S. Circuit Court Executive Kathy Catterson, also wants that case dismissed. And federal prosecutors have filed criminal charges for making false statements against the company that owns a now shuttered gold mine operation outside Helena. The U.S. Attorney's Office's case against Drum Lummen Gold Corporation and mine safety supervisor Seabird Smith, was unsealed last week. The indictment alleges the company and Smith knowingly made a false statement and representation on a Mine Safety and Health Administration form. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Partly sunny skies today with a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Highs will top out in the mid-80s. Winds will be breezy with wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy, lows in the 50s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.